Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's picked off by Bryce McCain. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there on the keeper. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wentz going to throw. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Come on now. Come on.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. A toss play to Hunt. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Great finish, son. Good finish, too. Great.
On play action, Wentz. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Domata Peko in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When they scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight, but so far it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Derek Barnett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now here comes Kansas City. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Hunt. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. This is Hunt. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Hunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for KC. 59 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
On the ball. Great 15. Great 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Carson Wentz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Denver getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Keenum escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Keenum now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Oh, he got position on it, and he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
I know Cortland Sutton was a little bit disappointed he didn't go in the 1st round because many projected that he would. But going to the Denver Broncos, a perfect spot as they're trying to get a little bit younger in their receiving corps. And his 6'3", 220-pound frame, ideal for what we just saw. Going up, making the contested catch, coming down with the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On the stop, Breeland Speaks.
You know a team likes you when they make a trade up and then select you, and Breeland Speaks found that out from Kansas City. The tackle from Ole Miss made a nice play right there.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. Play action. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And coming out now, the Broncos. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And his throw is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
He'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
81.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They're going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he comes back with one complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Black. 81, 81. Black.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
81, 81. 82, 82. Black.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Point after, up and good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Butker now to kick this one away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Darkwa. And some space here. He's got daylight. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Orleans Darkwa taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now a toss coming right side. That's Lindsey, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing is Keenum. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Now,
2nd and goal from the 1.
14, 82, 14.
Throwing now is Wentz. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And this is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. He's going to look deep for Julius Thomas. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Darian Stewart there to bring him down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Shotgun now for Wentz. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
82, 82.
Now Wentz on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Wentz going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
A little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Keenum now on first down. And he's got Decker left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Keenum now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Keenum. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given a little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Mike, check. 59. Roger.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Derek Barnett bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Play action. Now it's Keenum. He'll buy some time right. Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ram. This by 7. 81. Here we go. 80.
Wentz to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Wentz. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
22. Get hot. Yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
Cool.